Welcome to the enchanting tale here on Fable and Legends. Today we bring you the story of the Christmas clock, a magical revelation of adventure between a little girl and her discovery of the spirit of Christmas. Let's begin. A wondrous clock was placed somewhere in a corner of the square, in a small, dusty clockmaker's shop at Wintervale. Inside lived an old man named Mr. Elias, busy at work, molding intricate clocks from tiny moving parts. This year, however, business had been rather quiet. Clara was the most wonderful and kind-hearted 10-year-old girl who enjoyed visiting Mr. Elias. On Christmas Eve, she walked into the shop, and the little bell above their door jingled in response. "Good evening, Mr. Elias. Do you have any clock collections for me?" Mr. Elias smiled gently at her and pointed to a tall grand clock standing in the corner. It was nothing like anything she had ever come across, made of shining gold with intricately carved stars, snowflakes, and reindeer. "My dear, this is not an ordinary clock. It's the Christmas clock. It has a different sort of magic." Clara leaned closer. Her eyes widened. The clock's hands ticked softly, but had a faint glow around them. Mr. Elias told him that the clock had been in his family for generations, and that every Christmas Eve it would grant a selfless wish to someone in need. Clara helplessly, excitedly exclaimed after hearing all this, "What kind of wish?" Mr. Elias replied, "Any wish which brings joy to others." Clara's mind starts racing wild with thoughts. She began imagining the families of her town who were finding it tough this Christmas, like siblings without gifts, children without warm clothes, and houses which missed the muffins of holiday lights. Clara hesitated and then looked up at Mr. Elias. "Do you think the clock could help everyone in the town?" The old man's eyes twinkled with his nod. "The clock's magic only works when all the people of a place join in singing it, with at least some members in the place. Look, the clock is supposed to work magic only when their wish is heartfelt, so go ahead and try it." Clara closed her eyes, placed her hands gently on the clock, and whispered her wish. "I wish that everyone in Wintervale has a Christmas filled with warmth, joy, and love." A moment after she spoke, the clock started glowing brighter and brighter. The hands were spinning quickly, and a soft chime filled the room. She looked away, and gradually the clock was glowing brighter and brighter. Clara stepped aside and watched in awe as the light unleashed itself beyond the shop, into the snowy streets outside. The town was being transformed outside. Homes once dark will now twinkle with strings of lights, while children discovered gifts under their trees, and warm meals waiting on their family tables. The touch of visiting is even the most magnificent. Town Square liberally lit with a grand Christmas tree, with its stars shining brightly off in the night sky. And now they would have to wait. It's a miracle of Christmas. And in the Christmas season, people visited the pond. Crowder finally comes to life, leaving families it sheltered, and families got together in celebration. It was the most magical Christmas she could ever have imagined. That night, Clara learned the true meaning of Christmas. It was not a holiday celebrated with presents and decorations, but in acts of kindness and putting people together. Christmas clock worked its magic, but it was Clara's selfless heart that made such magic possible. Thus, the little town of Wintervale would always remember the Christmas when a kind girl made a wish that changed everything. Thank you for listening to The Christmas Clock. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more magical tales. Happy holidays to everyone.